Hello friends, today we're diving into a chilling recap of the horror movie Clock. Buckle up as we unravel this eerie tale from the very start. The story kicks off with Xiao Mei, a 37-year-old woman who's completely uninterested in the constant baby talk from her friends. But as society would have it, being childless at her age invites endless gossip from nosy relatives at family dinners, preaching about the joys of parenthood. Fed up, Xiao Mei decides to take a bold step and volunteers for an experimental treatment to address her reluctance. After a thorough medical checkup, she signs a contract, stepping into the unknown. Enter Dr. Simon, the expert running the show. He quickly pinpoints Xiao Mei's anxiety as the root of her aversion to having kids. His solution? A two-pronged approach. A newly developed synthetic hormone to spark her desire for a child, paired with a mysterious plant-based implant to boost the hormone's effects. Before they part ways, a creepy exchange leaves a lingering chill. Dr. Simon refers to the implant as the best seed, hinting at something far more unsettling. Xiao Mei begins her 10-day stay at the facility, where things take a strange turn. Dr. Simon lays out 6 cards on a table, asking her to describe what she sees. As she stares, a tall woman, a swarm of spiders, and a towering grandfather clock materialize on the cards, sending shivers down her spine. She takes her prescribed medication, but that night, a live spider appears before her. Panicked, she swats at it, only to find nothing there. The grandfather clock, a family heirloom from her grandmother's wartime survival, adds to the eerie atmosphere. As the treatment progresses, Xiao Mei's senses go haywire. A batteryless wall clock seems to tick relentlessly, driving her to the brink. While trying to calm herself outside, she encounters something so terrifying it sends her sprinting back to her room. A call with her husband helps her regain some composure, but the unease lingers. The next day, Dr. Simon introduces hydrotherapy to dull her heightened sensitivity. As she soaks, she feels a fleeting sense of spring-like renewal, only for horrifying visions to flood her mind, pushing her to her psychological limit. When she snaps out of it, she's face-to-face not with Dr. Simon, but an 8-foot-tall woman in black. Desperate to quit, Xiao Mei is reeled back in by Dr. Simon's chilling words. The stronger the reaction, the better the results. Stranger still, the surveillance footage shows only childbirth clips, no trace of the ominous figure. Convinced to stay, she undergoes the implant procedure amidst dizzying sensations. Before leaving, Dr. Simon hands her more medication and a strict warning. No intimacy with her husband for 3 weeks. On her drive home, Xiao Mei feels an unusual calm, but it's short-lived. The woman in black reappears, only to vanish moments later, leaving Xiao Mei questioning her sanity. Through the rear-view mirror, she sees it was just a normal man, another hallucination. Safely home, the medication's side effects creep in, like losing her sense of color. Her dog, barking as if she's a stranger after just 10 days away, adds to her growing unease. Then there's the egg yolk incident. Its amniotic fluid-like texture triggers her to devour one after another in a frenzy. Fast forward to Xiao Mei's birthday, where the topic of kids comes up. Surprisingly, she's not only open to it, but feels a connection to the idea of new life, shocking everyone. But the mood shifts when a spider crawls onto her best friend. Xiao Mei grabs a book and, in a trance, nearly attacks her friend, only stopped by her husband's quick intervention. Claiming she's unwell, she flees the scene. To make amends, she buys paints for her friend's nursery, but a call from Dr. Simon inquiring about side effects catches her off guard. She hides her worsening hallucinations and hearing issues, revealing her conflicted desire for a child despite her deep-seated fear. At her friend's house to help decorate the nursery, the tools, wrenches, tweezers, pliers, mirror the ones used in her treatment, amplifying her pregnancy phobia. A knock at the door interrupts her spiraling thoughts, but the room isn't ready, so she slips out quietly, only to realize she left her medication behind. That night, lying in a strange state, she frantically searches her bag, remembering the pills are still at her friend's house. At that critical moment, her friend walks in, setting the stage for a regretful twist. Xiao Mei's friend steps into the room and is stunned by the sight. The space, meant to be a cozy nursery, has been transformed by Xiao Mei into a dark, unsafe version of an infant's room. It's not what she intended, but the medication's side effects are fracturing her mind, pushing her to the edge of a breakdown. Unbeknownst to her, these changes were made in a trance-like state. Her friend, just a week away from giving birth, grows increasingly upset. Suddenly, her water breaks. Shockingly, Xiaomei's first instinct isn't to call for help. She's mesmerized, staring excitedly at the amniotic fluid on the floor. She touches it, greedily rubbing it on her face, as if savoring the essence of new life. Thankfully, another friend intervenes, shoving Xiaomei out of the room before things spiral further. Before she can catch her breath, another blow hits. Her father has fallen at home and is nearing his final moments. He wants to spend his last hours talking to Xiaomei, but the ticking of the grandfather clock echoes deafeningly in her mind, drowning out his voice. Overwhelmed, her pent-up emotions explode. She grabs tools from a cabinet, topples the clock to the ground, and smashes it to pieces. As the clock's insides scatter, a strange calm washes over her, though the broken glass cuts her hand. Just then, her husband returns home. A mysterious figure in the story, he's barely been shown, but he's portrayed as supportive, always respecting Xiaomei's choices, or so it seems. In a moment of intimacy, her husband flinches, pricked by something. Xiaomei freezes, remembering the implant in her body. As he mentions gauze in his bag, she grabs it and notices a logo, the same one as the experimental company. The realization hits like a thunderbolt. Her husband has been deceiving her. His so-called support was a lie. He used a fake breast cancer scare to push her toward the doctor, who was already in his pocket. The doctor fed her complex medical jargon, steering her to the experimental company's contact. All along, her husband played the role of a supportive partner, while orchestrating everything, especially as her friends, all parents, added to the pressure. That night, he checks the company's number, revealing his calculated plan. Furious, Xiaomei ditches the medication and storms to the company, demanding Dr. Simon remove the implant. He delivers a gut punch. Removing it means she'll never have children. Caught in a trap and reeling from the betrayal, she's on the verge of divorce, her emotions flooding out like a burst dam. Dr. Simon seizes the moment, offering comfort and even suggesting a test tube baby if she divorces. His manipulation shifts her anger to gratitude. But a woman's erratic performance in the next room snaps her back to reality. She realizes everyone there, like her, has been hiding the medication's side effects in their desperate pursuit of pregnancy. The truth dawns. Her hallucinations, hearing issues, color loss, and even her newfound desire for a child are all artificial, induced by the experiment. Determined, Xiaomei demands the implant's removal again, but Dr. Simon refuses. Defiant, she grabs tweezers and, under everyone's stunned gazes, rips out the so-called spider mist herself. In that moment, her world regains its color, as if waking from a nightmare. The pain is excruciating, but clarity returns. Suddenly, police sirens blare outside. Panicked, Xiaomei bolts, running for 10 minutes until she's cornered. Her husband's call reveals a horrifying truth. He reported her to the police. The clock she destroyed wasn't the heirloom. It was her father. Lost in hallucinations, she hadn't realized what she'd done. Now the memories flood back. Arrested, Xiaomei suddenly breaks free from her restraints and leaps toward the sea. The final scene shows her on a reef, no handcuffs in sight, suggesting her mind has completely shattered. The story ends here, but its impact lingers. Framed as a horror movie, Clock explores the pressures women face, critiquing society's twisted obsession with tying a woman's worth to motherhood. Dr. Simon's experiment serves as a warning against humanity's arrogance in defying nature. While the film avoids cheap jump scares, it unveils a deeper terror, the distortion of human desires. Thankfully, such outdated views are slowly fading, but the story leaves us questioning. What's truly frightening is how far we'll go to conform, isn't it? Love this creepy recap of Clock? Smash that like button and subscribe for more thrilling stories.